Alright. Fire Silver.
Hello.
There you go, there's that link. It's pretty self-explanatory. So I think you'll be able to figure
the
it out.
message saying it is all done.
Oh, is that? Sorry. Wrong one.
And these brackets have to be done in a slightly better fashion. A bit confusing right now.
Way around, unfortunately. So we'll just have to deal with it as is. And there are a couple of people who did get a lot of walkovers in round one, so we will have to wait for them. And thank you, Duffs. I will get working on that.
Sounds good, man. And you guys, we are the featured streamer, the featured English language streamer for the ESL Go4SC2 Cup number 99. We're here upon invite, and we thank the admins for the Go4SC2. And pretty awesome, man. So I'm glad to be here for this great epic event. We're getting our feelers out there, guys. Waiting for everybody to show up and get ready to go.
Well, the moment Minimath gets an opponent, we're gonna be able to cast his game, so we've got that one lined up, but I think I just struck at an awkward time where people are still playing.
Also, I've just seen Adelscott is playing. Wow.
Oh, really?
I would so want to see Fargo versus Adelscott, but they won't be in the same bracket.
And Sleep is here from yesterday's Endre Cup. He is here right now. And he made it all the way to the, I believe, to the semis.
Yeah, I think he did. He was very, very, he's a
Happy
good Protoss player.
Happy Zerg.
But he doesn't play Zerg. Don't let the name fool you.
Yeah, don't let the name fool you, for sure. Maybe he used to, but not anymore. Some Judas Priest! Hell yeah. Sounds like it's going to be a good day. Fargo's here. Man, this is quite the turnout of people. Such a long list. Mo Man.
Okay, guys, we have the first game of the day if you'd like to join in on me.
Definitely. Alright, looks like it's going to be on Metalopolis. Risk against every XII. Alright, so we start this off today. Let me go ahead and actually lower the sound of the music. It is a little bit loud, I believe. Some Dragon Force to blow your eardrums out. So ESL Metalopolis. I believe there are no close spawning positions on this map, and it's going to be a PVR here. So the countdown has begun. We're going to be getting right into it right here, right now. Right on. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here at Imbalance.tv, where everything is IMBA. I am MC Dust, and with me is Fire Silver and Antahara. How you guys doing?
We're doing fine. I'll be back in a second.
Sounds good. Well, how you doing, Fire?
Doing pretty good, man.
You ready for this? You ready for this ESL Go4SC2 number 99 Cup? Because we've got Risk. We've got Risk fighting every XII right now. It's gonna be a Protoss versus random, and I'm definitely stoked. So here we go. We're getting right into it right now. Thanks everybody for showing up. We've got Risk spawned down at the bottom of Metalopolis as the purple Protoss. And up here at the top of Metalopolis, we have every XII spawning as the blue Zerg. So it's going to be a ZVP here as the random was rolled, and he came up with Zerg. Now with that being said, Fire Silver, we ready to roll here?
Yeah, we should be. If you can just check that scoreboard for me, see if that works.
It looks good, man. Looks good.
Very, very nice. So, yes, as we begin, and I think every XII did actually not mean to pick random, or maybe he's just annoyed that he did roll Zerg. In fact, we do not know. It seems like he's going to continue anyway, doing the single extractor trick, wants to get himself past that supply block, and now will be making an overlord to get himself out of that. As you know, it is cross positions on Metalopolis, personally my favorite map, and you know, in this kind of matchup it's all about Protoss trying to shark, deny as many drones being made as possible, and Zergs, you know, if you're confident with your macro, you can get really far on this map and you can exploit some real good timings when Protoss is taking their third, because I mean, it's quite hard to take a third as Protoss sometimes if you're playing against a very, very map-controlling Zerg, because you've only got the gold or this expansion back here, and, you know, you can't really split your army up as Protoss. It's one big death ball, and, you know, it's just not one of those things you can just spread your army like you can with Terran.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man.
It's not going to be easy.
Definitely, and it looks like Risk is going to go ahead and completely scout his opponent's base, and then he's going after he does another loop, he's going to go ahead and scout the natural expansion to see that there is no expansion to be placed down as of yet. We do see Risk throwing down the gateway in the front, or on the top of his ramp, starting to create his soft wall here. He will throw down, there it is, the cybernetics core right now to more complete that soft wall, so he can throw a zealot or a stalker in the middle. Now it looks like Every is saving up some money. He's got about 400 in the bank here. He could expand anytime he feels he needs to, which he should probably do very soon. Wouldn't you say, Fire Silver?
Yeah, definitely. As you noted, the 80% wall off will be completed with that zealot there, and that drone's smartly going to get out of there. But also Risk is now moving out of every exercise base. He's going to check around, make sure there's no drone coming down for an expansion, but every is going to send that overlord over first. Very, very smart play. And now he can take that expansion without it being blocked. But he is putting down a roach run off one base, so we could see some very, very heavy one base play from every, depending on what this drone does decide to do in the end. But he does have the scouting information he needs. Will not see the chrono boost though, which is quite important, but did see it saved up for quite a while. So not sure why Risk is saving that chrono boost up. We should see very, very soon as this sentry does make its way out, and that will be a huge indicator to Zerg at this point what kind of opener that Risk is going for. Doesn't seem he's going for a very risky strategy if he's going for sentries. Seems he's going to play it safe despite his name. But he is keeping this probe around, once again denying this expansion. But he's got to have something, you know, he must be thinking this is weird, he is not doing anything, he's not expanding, and as far as I can see there's no other tech. But that spine crawler going to be, it's going to raise a lot of questions basically for Risk. It's raising questions for me even as a caster.
Yeah,
as
definitely.
a player, I would see that and be like, what?
What's going on here?
Yeah, very, very confusing. But a second zealot making its way out. Odd he's going for that second zealot instead of another sentry, but a Stargate is now on the field, and wow, Zerg is floating 1,000 minerals at the moment and doesn't have a second gas.
That's insane.
So I don't know about the levels of these players, Doves, but from just a pure perspective, it looks like Risk knows what he's doing, but is actually taking a risky move here by going for that Stargate off one gateway. And definitely if Every does some sort of one base timing push with these roaches, that'll really dominate the low defenses that Risk will be having at this point. But he's going to move out with one zealot. Actually going to take that Zelnaga watchtower, check there's nothing going on at the gold. And Every is going to send out 3 Zerglings now.
And these Zerglings do not have speed upgrade or anything of that nature. They also Also here we've got the one base and $1,500 in the bank for Every, so Every is going to be able to send his kids directly to college. Now look at this, we've got a Void Ray moving across the map now with a Phoenix to back it. And those Zerglings getting a full eye of what's going on. This Queen is doomed. And it looks like another Spine Crawler going down, which puts questions into my mind. Evolution Chamber going down now. But that Queen's going to get lifted off. The shield is just going to be barely taken off here by Risk's Risk Void Ray here. And it looks like more and more Void Rays are on their way out, as well as an expansion by Risk. So Risk seems to know a little bit more about what he's doing.
Yeah, definitely he's putting down some Spore Crawlers. But these drones are getting fried, and there is still no expansion. So this is pretty much GG at the moment. Risk will take this win. I wouldn't say the highest level game we have seen, but definitely entertaining nonetheless. This Phoenix will take down this Overlord, and this Void Ray will make short work of all of these drones. It just zap them to death. And more probes coming out, another Void Ray, and more gateways going down now for Risk. And now 2 Voids are on the field. That's going to deal with pretty much anything Every can throw at him at this point.
I'd say this game is as good as over. I think the fat lady is singing right now, and there it is. The GG is called. With the GG being called, we see Risk take the win and push forward, as well as some BM on random. But, you know, that happens. Anyways, so with all that being said, let's go ahead and we won't queue up those win videos just yet. We'll go ahead and move forward, though. Alright, and it looks like we've got another game here.
I do have a game.
Fantastic.
I just need to... Fargo is playing, but I think there's a problem with the map he's playing on, because he can't invite anybody right now, so I'm wondering whether he's gonna...
If you'll join in on me, I did get invited to one. I've got a Diestar against Moim game.
Oh. Okay.
Alright. And 1 second, guys, sorry. So, with that being said, we are into the next game of the Go4SC2 Cup number 99. There we go. The countdown has begun. Let's get this going right here, right now, at imbalance.tv, as my nose continues to drive me insane with an itch. But anyways, we are on Neo Enigma here. This is the Go4SC2 Cup number 99. Moim against Diestar here. It's going to be a TVT. And I look forward to seeing what's going to happen here as the mirror match starts off. We see Diestar spawning down in the bottom right-hand corner as the purple Terran. And over here in the bottom left, we've got Moim spawning as the pink Terran. Now, with that being said, what do you think, Antahara? You are a Terran player. What do you think we're going to see in this TVT?
Diestar crushing this player. I'll say what I always say. You can either go for a more mobile build, or you can go with the usual transition into tanks and Vikings. The openings are very dynamic. Some people go for Reaper, some people try and go for an early Banshee, maybe a Blue Flame Hellion Harass, you know. But the opening should tell you in what direction they're heading. Generally, if they get more barracks before their factory, then it usually is more of an MMM build.
Yeah.
So let's see. Right now, I can't really say much. We'll be able to tell in a bit. Diestar getting his gas first, which is very interesting. That means he wants his factory as fast as possible.
That's right.
And Cadmium waiting, and he's just gonna plop his barracks down right now. It's a bit late, but Cadmium is scouting, while Diestar isn't scouting as of yet. Now that natural is very easy to defend early on. There's just this one choke, and that's it. Those rocks are gonna play